Hello friends, I am Kanchan Vaidya. Today we are going to perform the practical of RMT subject. The aim of the practical is measure and verify the port characteristics of directional coupler. So the objective of this practical is to calculate the coupling factor, insertion loss and directivity of the directional coupler. By performing this practical, students will be able to understand the calculation at the port characteristics and the port characteristics of the directional coupler. Now here by this practical you have to understand what is I is equals to C plus D, that is isolation is equals to coupling plus directivity. That is the important part we are going to learn in this practical by verifying the port characteristics of directional coupler. So first we will see the diagram. A directional coupler, it has 4 ports. Port 1 input, port 2 output, port 3 back power we get, and at port 4 we get the directional coupler. Now here you can see a directional coupler. See, this is port number 1 from which we can get the input. This is port number 2, or we can see, put it like this as per the diagram. Input power we can give. From here we get the received power. This is the back power, port number 3. See, it is closed. Why it is closed? Because the back power in all the cases in the directional coupler, the back power is very small, which is negligible. So this port is completely blocked. Port number 4. This is the port number 4 from where we get the forwarded power. So how internally it works? So here you can see how a waveguide can work. This directional coupler is a device with which it is possible to measure the incident and reflected wave separately. It consists of 2 transmission lines, the main arm, see, main arm and the auxiliary arm, electromagnetically which are coupled to each other. Now here the power entering the port 1, the power which is entering the port 1 into the main arm gets divided into port 2 and port 4, and almost no power comes at port number 3. The power which is given at this side at port number 1 you will get at port number 2 and at port number 4. Very less part of it came back at port number 3 in the main waveguide and in the auxiliary waveguide. So this is how a directional coupler works. So here the main arm gets divided into port 2 and port 4 and almost no power at port number 3. So the power which is entering into port 2 is divided into port 1 and port 3 but not at port number 4. Means if we take input is given from this side, in that case what happens? See, we will get output at this end, output at this side, but very less part of it is reflected at port number 4. So it can work in both the ways, but always we give input at port number 1, output received at 2, forwarded at 4 and very less at port number 3. Now we will see how it works in the block diagram, because this way we have to connect the setup. Now this is the Klystron power supply from where we set the beam voltage and repeller voltage. These voltages are given to the Klystron mount. Here a frequency, high frequency is generated. Next to the generator, isolator is connected, so nothing will be reflected back. Attenuator. The port or the waveguide whose ports are to be verified are connected here, directional coupler. Now while connecting the directional coupler, if we are taking output at port number 2, 4 is to be closed with a matched termination. So this is the block of matched termination, and the port at which we want to take the output, there we connect the detector mount, and the port of detector mount is connected to the CRO. So we get the output voltage of the received power. Now here, from these performing this practical, we have to calculate coupling factor, directivity and isolation of the directional coupler with the help of these formulas. So coupling factor is 10 log to the base 10 pi upon pf, input power upon forward power. Directivity is 10 log to the 10 log to the base 10 pf upon pb, forwarded power upon back power. Now if I take C and D, see it is I is equals to C plus D. So here we get isolation is equals to 10 log to the base 10 pi upon pb, that is input power upon the back power. So our ultimate aim is the addition of these two is the isolation. So this is how we are going to perform the practical by following this block diagram. Now let's move towards the setup. So this is our setup. Now as per our block diagram, this is a Klystron power supply where we have set the beam voltage and repeller voltage. Here you can see on the screen is current. It should be always greater than 10. Now this power supply is connected to the Klystron tube. This is the generator. So next to generator an isolator block is connected, frequency meter, attenuator, and this is a VSWR meter. Now here or a slotted section from which we can measure the VSWR. So this is a slotted section. Next to it we have connected a directional coupler. Now in this directional coupler, port 1 where input is given, port 2 from where we get the output power, port 3 here we have to check the back power, but it is negligible, so this block is closed, and this is a forwarded power. Now first we are going to take the output voltage. So the port number 4 I have closed with a matched termination. Initially without connecting this directional coupler I have taken the reading which is considered as the input voltage, so that comes across 0.7 volt. Now we have connected this directional coupler and the detector mount is connected at port number 2. Now here you can see on the screen we are getting the voltage as 0.7 volt, means same as the input voltage. Now we will see by connecting detector mount at port number 4 what will be the forwarded power. Now we have connected here we have connected. Now this detector mount is connected at port number 4 and port number 2 I have closed with a matched termination. So now we can calculate or we can see the forwarded power on the screen. Now see the forwarded power, the reading is 0.2 volt. Back power at port number 3 is very less, so we will consider it around 0.001. So this is how you have to perform this practical and check the port characteristics of the directional coupler. This is the write-up. Now look at the observation table. In this observation table we have given input at port number 1, output we have taken at port number 2, forwarded power at port number 4, and port number 3 is closed, so we have to consider this value as 0.001. So we have connected a directional coupler. Input we get 0.8, the output received power is 0.3, forwarded power 0.2, the third port is closed, so back power we have considered 0.001 volt. Calculation of it by putting those values in the coupling factor, directivity and isolation, we get coupling 6.02, directivity 23.10 and insertion in 29.03 dB. Now as I said, we have to check it for I is equals to C plus D. So what we do, we check it I is equals to C plus D. Yes, we get the addition 26.09. Now before having the addition of it, we have to convert it into dBs. So here all the calculation part is done and we get I is equals to C plus D. The addition of the components on these losses, directivity, isolation and coupling is same. So here we have calculated or verified all the ports of the directional coupler. Thank you.